Is Hindu nationalism threatening India's democracy? Hundreds of far-right Hindu activists recently took an oath at a conference. They would turn the country into a Hindu nation, even if it meant killing or being killed.
There is growing outrage over a set of videos that have emerged of a gathering of so-called sadhus and priests in the holy town of Haridwar, where speaker after speaker can be seen openly making horrifying speeches calling for Hindus to arm themselves and inflict genocidal violence against Muslims and minorities.
With a situation like this, where there is open hate speech against minorities, one would assume that there will be arrests. People will be arrested, they will be put behind bars for disturbing peace in a region, but none of this has happened.
This hasn't just affected Muslim minorities. Emboldened far-right Hindu groups have also targeted several Christmas events. Jesus statues were broken to pieces and effigies were burned in a number of attacks on India's Christian community over Christmas. They were accused of forcibly trying to convert Hindus.
On a spate of hate crimes targeting India's Christians.
Coming recently under repeated attacks from ultra-nationalist right-wing Hindu groups, despite the freedom to openly practice any religion being enshrined in the constitution.
During Christmas, we have seen attacks varying from vandalizing of Jesus Christ statues to disrupting of prayers by Hindu right-wing mobs.
India is the biggest democracy in the world. As of 2019, around 900 million people were eligible to vote. The country hosts a number of faiths and people have lived in peace for decades. Most of the population is Hindu and the largest minority is Muslim.
ये कपड़े फटे हुए हैं और ये चोट लगी पड़ी है मेरे। ये देखो ये चोट लगी पड़ी है मेरे। उन्होंने घूंसों से मारा।
हमारी तो जन्मभूमि है, हमने तो यहाँ रहना है। हमारी भी जन्मभूमि है। तुम्हारी कैसे है बताओ? विदेश से आए हो क्या? विदेश से आए हो?
देखो जी ये हमारी जमीन है और हमारी दादालाई जमीन है।
और मुसलमानों का नहीं है।
नहीं मुसलमानों का भी है लेकिन खुले में नमाज का विरोध कर रहे हैं हम।
ना मुल्लों का ना काजी का, लाइन का अर्थ क्या है फिर?
ये किसी और का नहीं है, ये सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान है, हिंदुओं का है।
Hindu nationalism, an ideology that some analysts say animates Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP, is premised on the idea that India is a Hindu majority nation. According to analysts, it also argues that as the birthplace of dharmic religions such as Hinduism, Buddhism and Sikhism, India has no room for Abrahamic religions. And some argue that with Narendra Modi and the BJP in power, this is becoming a reality for many Indians. In 2019, the BJP passed India's Citizenship Act, which discriminates against minorities and which some argue goes against the spirit of the Constitution. The BJP also decided to change the education policy established more than 3 decades ago, making the announcement Union Minister Prakash Javadekar said that the Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has given approval to the new education policy for the 21st century. It is important as for 34 years there were no changes.
Beyond your voting preference, here is a government, they want to have complete dominance on the psychological mind space of people beyond voting. So they don't want only your vote, they also want to interfere into what you wear, what you eat, who do you are friends with, what your faith is. That bothers me. So they are, as a political party, they have right to seek your vote. But then they are not stopping there. They are trying to dominate the mind space, have that complete psychological control over your mind space.
Over the past few years, extremism in India has fueled numerous violent outbreaks against minority communities. A country traditionally accepting and tolerant is now shifting its attitude. What the future holds may now be decided in India's next elections.